JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, man fatally shot in Colleyville, St. Andrew. The St. Andrew South police are trying to establish a motive for the fatal shooting of a man in the community of Colleyville. Investigators reported that about 7 o'clock Wednesday night, 43-year-old Donald Green was riding his bicycle when gunmen drove upon a motorbike and shot him at the intersection of Colleyville Crescent and Colleyville Avenue. Mr. Green was pronounced dead at hospital. He was among 4 persons killed across the island on Wednesday. Businessman suspected of involvement in lottery scamming arrested. The Trelawney police have arrested a businessman suspected to be involved in lottery scamming. The 29-year-old man was taken into custody yesterday after the police raided his house in Jacksontown and reportedly seized an illegal gun and various rounds of ammunition. It's alleged that the cops also found lead sheets with the names and addresses of persons overseas. He is expected to be charged on the weekend. Grange congratulates Jamaica's women in Olympic 100-meter sweep. The Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange, has praised Jamaican women sprinters, led by Thompson-herah, for sweeping the medals in the 100 meters at the Tokyo Olympic Games in Japan on Saturday. Thompson-herah defended her Olympic title by setting a new championship and Jamaican record time of 10.61 seconds in the final to become the second fastest woman on the all-time list. Thompson-herah won ahead of compatriots fraser-pryce 10.74 and Shericka Jackson 10.76, who won her personal best time. Minister Grange said it was one of the greatest achievements in Jamaica's sports history. My tears flow for a grateful nation. Jamaica leads the world in female sprint. I want to congratulate Elaine Thompson-herah on successfully defending her Olympic title. She has made our small nation extremely proud once again, winning gold in a new Olympic record of 10.61 and becoming the second fastest woman of all time. I am overwhelmed, Grange said. I want to also congratulate Fraser-Pryce on her silver medal. She worked very hard and she's deserving of being on the podium. I also congratulate Shericka Jackson winning the bronze. Again, I have to commend her. She has really shown and she has really made us proud. So for the second time in Olympic history, Jamaica swept the podium places. What a great nation. I'm so happy as the Minister of Sport, and I'm sure all of Jamaica shares my joy. At home, the pans and the pots would have sounded. Clean sweep, Team Jamaica. Brave teen fends off would-be rapist. The bravery of a 15-year-old girl paid off on Thursday afternoon in Trelawney as her valiant efforts thwarted an alleged attempt by a taxi man who tried to rape her. The young woman fought the taxi operator and made good her escape. As a consequence of the incident, the taxi operator, whose identity is known to the police, is now on the run. Whenever he's caught, he is likely to face charges of abduction of a child and assault with intent to rape. According to reports, the girl, who had gone to visit relatives in Clarkstown, also in Trelawney, was standing in the town square at about 5 p.m. seeking transportation to return home to a district in southern Trelawney. While standing at a taxi stand, the accused taxi operator reportedly pulled up and inquired where she was going, and she responded. He told her he was going to Albert Town, which meant he would be passing through her community, so she decided to travel with him. However, instead of heading towards Albert Town, the cabbie turned off and headed to Brampton District, another Trelawney community, where he pulled into a secluded area and demanded sex. The girl refused, and he reportedly threatened to kill her if he was not allowed to have his way with her. The now irate taximan grabbed the girl by the throat and managed to forcefully remove her clothes. However, the young woman put up a brave struggle and managed to kick the thug off her. She then grabbed her clothes and fled into nearby bushes, where she hid. After searching for her without luck, the would-be rapist got into his vehicle and drove away, leaving her behind. The girl subsequently made her way through bushes to the nearby Rio Bueno police station, where she reported the incident. Superintendent Carlos Russell, the commanding officer for the Trelawney Police, who was briefed on the incident, said that the suspect, who is from the Brampton community, is being asked to turn himself over to the nearest police station right away. Our investigations have led us to one suspect, and we're asking him to turn himself over to the police immediately, said Russell, who noted that the police have reached out to persons who know the accused man to encourage him to surrender. We don't treat incidents like these lightly, especially at a time when the country is faced with numerous incidents of children being abducted, raped, and even murdered. The Trelawney police are now pulling out all stops to ensure that this perpetrator is apprehended and brought to justice, added Russell. Delay in transcript leads to release of 2 men. The issue of significant delays in the production of transcripts from criminal trials in the Supreme Court has resulted in 2 men who were convicted for crimes being set free by the Court of Appeal. The court declared that the constitutional rights of the men were breached because of the delay. In one instance, it overturned the conviction and the sentence of one of the men as redress for the breach of these rights. Both decisions were handed on Friday and could have implications for the administrative aspects of the justice system going forward. In one case, a man was convicted for the sexual assault of an 11-year-old girl, had been convicted by a jury in 2013. He filed an appeal that same year, but the matter was not heard until July 2021. In this appeal, among other things, he argued that his rights under Section 16 of the Constitution were breached because he should have been given a copy of the record of the proceedings within a reasonable time, and that his case should have been reviewed by a superior court within a reasonable time. It was further argued that while the transcript of the judge's summation was available, the notes of evidence, which contains the evidence that all the witnesses in the trial gave, was unavailable. The Court of Appeal agreed and made the declaration that his rights were breached, but it went further. Based on the circumstances of the case, the court ordered that as redress of these breaches, it would quash the conviction and the sentence of the man, which means he was to be released from prison immediately. Murders surge 8% as clearer pace lags. Pressure is mounting on the Holness administration to respond to a surge in violent crimes, with murders rocketing by 8% year on year. The worrying trend comes as opposition spokesman on crime, Peter Bunting, declared on Thursday that safety and security have not improved since the empaneling of the Crime Monitoring and Oversight Committee, CMOC, a group that tracks performance benchmarks of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. As of July 29, there were 817 murders reported island-wide, 57 more than for the corresponding period in 2020. More granular analysis reveals an uptick in murders in 9 of the 19 police divisions. Bunting, a former Minister of National Security, also lamented the inability of the police to solve most murders. The deterioration has happened very quickly, really, since June, and the clear rate for murder in particular is 33%. That is 1 in 3, he said at CMOC's press briefing at the offices of the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, a week short of the anniversary mark of the initiative. Chairman of CMOC, Lloyd Distant Jr., cautioned, however, that CMOC would not achieve its objectives overnight. While noting progress on the score of social and community transformation, Distant expressed disappointment that many deliverables have not been fulfilled. Distant revealed that 17 of 38 targets of the National Consensus on Crime have been completed. Fake posts regarding government grants circulating on internet, Social Security Ministry says. The Ministry of Labour and the Social Security is warning the public of a fake social media post which suggests that there's a list of names of people announced by the ministry who will receive government grants valued at 150,000 Jamaican dollars for people who have worked during the period 2010 to 2021. The ministry said there is no truth to this information, calling it an internet scam. The ministry added that screenshot images with associated website links bearing its branding and the details surrounding such grants being propagated are also false. Members of the public are being asked to ignore any such communication received electronically or otherwise, and to desist from sharing this information. The ministry is encouraging persons to check and verify that any information about its services is authentic before taking any action, the ministry statement said. To learn more about eligibility or to apply for any of the grants offered under the Ministry of Labour and the Social Security's social programs, contact the Public Relations Unit at 876-967-5484 or visit the ministry's website www.mis.gov.jm. Jamaica has 211 new COVID cases, 3 more deaths. Jamaica recorded 211 new COVID-19 cases and 3 additional virus-related deaths on Friday. This brings the total number of confirmed cases to 52,895 and the number of deaths to 1,190. According to the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the 3 deaths were a 92-year-old woman from Westmoreland, a 56-year-old woman from Kingston and St. Andrew, and a 79-year-old man from Manchester. Of the 211 newly reported cases, There were 120 females and 91 males with ages ranging from 4 months to 88 years. The cases were recorded in St. Catherine, 68, Kingston and St. Andrew, 49, St. James, 21, St. Anne, 20, Manchester, 13, Westmoreland, 12, Clarendon, 7, Hanover, 6, St. Elizabeth, 4, Trelawney, St. Thomas, and Portland, 3 each, and St. Mary, 2. The country also recorded 13 recoveries, bringing the total recoveries to 46,979. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.